Hello everyone and welcome to another YouTube video of mine. In this video I'll be able to do my FIFA 23 Team of the Year vote. So basically it's a video game that is basically all about obviously football, but also as well in this video we're going to be able to put our best 11 players of the world at the moment, or in this case in this FIFA 23 anyways. So that's that. Before we start, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and we shall get started right here now. So here we are in the FIFA 23 page. This is the world's best 11 players. Go scroll through now, going through the players from goalkeeper to defenders, midfielders and attackers. So here he is in a 4-3-3 formation, and here we are. Here comes their goalkeepers, and first and foremost, my opinion, this is my own personal opinion, so all your predictions or your sort of voting will be very differential, so please don't take it too personally, and also it's a bit of fun as well, so be it. Anyways, let's get to the goalkeepers, shall we? So we got Courtois, we got Kerbal, we got Magnon, Alisson, Edison, Chesney, Trapp, Bonu, Lloris and Martinez. Who do I think is the best goalkeeper at this present? All I can really say is I mean, first and foremost, I watch a lot of football. So I've been watching a lot of football for the last 12 months of it, and all I can say is that there are two goalkeepers that stand out. It's be Courtois and Martinez. I think obviously Martinez winning the World Cup is a big shout, so I can see that being number one. But I'm gonna go with Courtois. There it is. We'll go with Courtois purely because he won the Champions League with Real Madrid and he's basically the best goalkeeper in the world. That's just a simple explanation on that. But again, you have your own different opinions on goalkeepers these days, so that's that. So Courtois in net. So we have defenders now. So we got Marquinhos, Riagi, Juan Cancelo, Klaus, Thiago Silva, Davies, Frimpong, Ellen Militao, Ruben Dias, Grimaldo, Hakimi, Theo Hernandez, Reece James, Koulibaly, Otamendi, Bremer, Sule, Tomori, Trippier, Van Dijk, Guardiola, Koundé, Romero, Upamecano and Acuna. Who would be my four best defenders in the world right about now? It's a tough one, because just based on 12 months alone, I'm surprised that Rudiger and Alaba are not in there, because they won the Champions. Rudiger didn't win the Champions League. He was in Chelsea last season, and he joined them Real Madrid in the summer. But Alaba is the particular one because he did win the Champions League with Real Madrid. So that's a real surprise inclusion. And obviously the World Cup as well, it might have an impact. But I think the most consistent defender in terms of fullbacks, I'll have to go with João Cancelo on the left. He's been amazing for Man City this season. Not this season, last season. I mean, he's been out of form, I think, but a bit inconsistent at the World Cup, but I still think he's one of the best fullbacks in the world. As for the right back slot, I'll go with Hakimi. Really, because I think Morocco had a great World Cup, a really good World Cup. I think he was instrumental in their way of attacking from defense to attack and being able to integrate with their own goodwill of I guess attacking incentives to be able to win the match. And he was part of the so-called wall that Morocco did very well all the way to the semi-finals when they finished fourth. So I think that's it for PSG. I think he's done okay, he's done well, so I think that's merited to be in the right back slot for that. As for centre backs, I will go for, I think Van Dijk is a good shout. Romero is a good shout. He had a good World Cup. Not so much for Spurs or somewhat. Koundé is a good shout. I think that one's a potential. Tomori had a really good season with Milan last season. I think he's somewhat in and out of the consistency this season as well. Koulibaly won with Senegal in the African Cup of Nations. He's done very well. Not sure about Ruben Diaz. He's done very well for Man City last season, but this season's been out injured a bit for a while. Thiago Silva, that's a possibility. I think he's been outstanding, and I think he could be in Team of the Year as well, potentially. Marquinhos, Paris Saint-Germain, yeah, he's been pretty good as well. But I think the one player that I really want to see is Eder Militao in terms of FIFA terms, and I think the one he won Real Madrid, I think he has to be in there. And the other centre back, I'll probably go for probably Van Dijk or Koundé, one of these two. So I'll probably go with Van Dijk. Even though he's out for a month now apparently, but he's been pretty consistent in some parts for Liverpool last season, but maybe not so much this season. Okay, let's move on to the midfielders now. This is a very stacked midfield. We have Barella, Bellingham, Berghaus, Brozovic, Bernardo Silva, De Bruyne, Diaby, Fekir, Fofana, Pedri, Grifo, Rodri, Kamada, Kimmich, Kostic, Kroos, Mane, Marino, Milinkovic-Savic, Modric, Odegaard, Oreo, Pellegrini, Rice, Saka, Tchouaméni, Tonali, Valverde, Casemiro, Amrabat, Bruno Fernandes, Doa, Enzo Fernandez, Ivan Perisic, and Adrian Rabiot. The obvious, I'll go for De Bruyne because he's one of the best midfielders in the world, so no brainer, he has to be in there. If I can get him in there somehow. I might have to zoom it out a bit. There we go. Might have to zoom it out a bit. There we are. Let's go back to midfielders again. There we go. There we go. De Bruyne in. And I think the other one is the obvious. I think it has to be Modric in the second slot. Okay. So the third midfielder, that is quite interesting. I have to be a bit dissected into this. I think Bellingham's had a really good season with Dortmund, and I think he's carried on this season in that regard. He had a really good World Cup with England as well. Bernardo Silva is a good shout as well, part of that Man City Premier League title. Same with Rodri, he's been very good this season as well as last season. I can see him in that bracket. Kimmich has been pretty good as well. Same as Kroos, he's been pretty good as well. I'm just picking out a few. Saka, he's really, I think he's probably one of the best Premier League players this season for sure. Shout out to him. Tchouaméni, he's a really good CDM. He had a really good season with Monaco last season, which made him go to Real Madrid for those reasons. Casemiro, he's been outstanding this season for Man United. And obviously, he was part of the Champions League winner with Real Madrid. I think he's a really good shout for that. Enzo Fernandez, he's a World Cup golden boy, and he's been killing it for Benfica this season. I think he's a potential to be in that team as well. So I would think that it's between these two and Tchouaméni. I'd love to see Tchouaméni getting a FIFA Team of the Year card. I think that would be fitting into the Real Madrid thing. But I think I'll have to go with Casemiro. I think he's been pretty consistent in order to 12 months in such. And then we go on to the last slot, which is the attackers. Zoom out a bit. There we go. Let me get a clearer view. Now we got onto the attackers. So we start with Iago Aspas, Ben Yedder, Benzema, Rafael Leao, Neymar Jr., Vinicius Jr., Dembele, João Felix, Gabriel Jesus, Foden, Gakpo, Haaland, Borja Iglesias, surprising, Immobile, Kane, Konawani, Kulusevski, Lewandowski, Martinez, Mbappe, Messi, Nkunku, Nunes, Osimhen, Salah, Son, Terrier, Vlahovic, Giroud, and Griezmann. Well, this is probably the toughest one to choose actually. The attackers is always hard to choose because apparently there's always a 12th man in this sort of sequence of this team in the year system. But based on the 12 months and you want to see in FIFA, obviously number one will have to be Benzema in there. It has to be. Benzema has to be in there, and I think the obvious, it has to be Messi and Mbappe. Man, two of the greats. Well, Mbappe would be a great one, but Messi the GOAT is what people were saying, and I think that is my team of the year. Mbappe scoring a hat-trick in the World Cup final. That's not done since Jeff Hurst in 1966 in England. I mean, obviously he's a phenomenon, isn't he? One of the best players in the world currently at the moment. And I think Benzema, for the reasons that he won Real Madrid, the Champions League and La Liga. Same with all the Real Madrid players, by the way, all won La Liga as well. And I think as well he won the Ballon d'Or, so it may be merited as a place in the starting 11. And Messi, he won the World Cup. He's doing phenomenal for Paris Saint-Germain this season. I mean, he's like the old renaissance of the old Messi. It's just really, really turn up at the big moments. So that's that. That's my team of the year starting 11. What do you think of that? Let me know in the comments below. Who did you vote for in your team of the year? And also, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye!